All yours, Mr. Chair.
Okay, call the meeting to order. It's the approval. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved, Judy.
Second, Dave.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Any conflict of interest? Okay, move on to the procedural bylaw discussion. So John, are you taking that?
Ashley Kelly will take it, Mr.
Kelly's
Chair.
taking it. Thank you.
Give me one moment, please. I'm just messing with the sound here. It's coming out of my computer and not laptop. Can you speak now?
Hi, can you hear me?
You guys are good?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can
Still
hear
coming out of this though.
It's a little echoey here, but
L. Can you say something now, Director Sweeney?
How's that? Is it working?
100%.
Okay, good. All right, Kelly, take it away.
All right, so, in review of the procedural bylaw, which would be P12 that we're here for today, the procedural bylaw for the board. I just want to note that, there were no significant changes this year, from a staff point of view. I noticed, just 1 second, please. Now the camera is coming from my computer, only looking at me. There we go. So, like I was saying, no real significant changes to the bylaw this year. The biggest change being, we were moving to a plain language bylaw, more so, to keep in line with, the standards of today. And also, just tidying things up, like, to match with the, acts and regulations, like chair instead of chairperson, or he, she, they, that kind of thing. The other thing was, we took the terms of reference for, the Economic Expansion Committee and the Regional Infrastructure Committee, and we incorporated them into the bylaw. They were adopted as separate documents, so to speak, so you had to go everywhere looking for things. Now this way, all of the committees are now proposed to be as annexes in the back of the document for ease of reference. It's just to find everything quicker, easier. That's all I have for the procedural bylaw. If it's up to you guys what you would like to do. I attached a copy with the track changes on it and also the clean version where I accepted the changes, so you can see what the final product looks like without all the markup on the document.
Okay.
John?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, thank you through you to the members. Just in terms of cleaning things up, Kelly has done a great job in leading this process. And in that, for example, just as an example, if you recall, under the infrastructure committee, there was a reporting requirement for June 30th every year to the Minister of Environment, Local Governance Reform. And that will come out because that was originally put in there because it was part of the act and the regulatory framework that we were working under. It's no longer part of the act anymore. So we're out of alignment. So there were just changes such as that to allow for a little bit more of an ease of read, maybe a little bit more simplistic, or as Kelly had put in her report, to support the transparency and inclusiveness of the language so that it gave it a more modern tone. So like Kelly had said, no real major changes that I have seen through the process or that Kelly has flagged either with me. And we've certainly, it's been an in-depth review. If you look at the track changes, or even in the first, the inside of the first few pages there of the document for today's meeting and look at the 3-column document on the current wording, proposed wording, and then the explanation or the rationale. I think Kelly's done a great job in putting that together just to show how it could change and just be a little bit more modern. And this is in line with the federal and provincial and private sector policies right across the country these days to try to get more to a common language or plain speak document if you could. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, John. Is there any other comments or questions? Richard?
I have, are we going to go through the document? No, okay. So
Whatever the-
there was one place that I had to, I had an issue with the wording in the plain language. And that would be, depending on which document we're in here. When I get to the document with numbers on it. It's under the board of directors. And so it would be, the item 3 up or 2 up from the bottom, representing local government and local district perspectives. I would prefer not to use the word representing. I really liked the wording previously. I don't think that the commission represents. The commission's always representing the commission and not representing the communities. So I just like a little softer wording around that. Originally, originally the wording was, where are we here? Review, oh no.
What
Bring
page are you on,
municipal
Richard?
and rural community perspectives to the table. That I agreed with. But I just felt that when you switched it over to the word representing, that has a little more strength than, too much strength, in my
That
opinion.
one right there too, yeah, but it went up from the bottom there.
Can I ask what page that's on?
Page 8. And it's also on page 8 of the full document.
So bring the municipal, rural community and rural district perspectives to the RSC table.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's one man's opinion at this point, up for discussion, but
Is there any other comments on that? No?
Oh, Mr. Chair, Director Wilson, she has her hand up there. So.
Oh, sorry, I can't see everybody, so.
I know, it's only getting
Okay.
Director Powell and I,
Just
sorry.
have 2 questions. Is it okay to bring them forth at this time?
Sure.
Okay, and the first one, I guess, well, Kelly could answer both these. It's on that, second page, potential changes, where we have, current wording, proposed change and explanation. On the second page, the second bullet. Where can you find it, Kelly?
Okay.
Second bullet, it has replaced with them, they, or their, or they, or the actual noun. Do we need they in there twice, or am I misreading it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So, okay, all right, thank you. And the other one is on page 31 of the document that we have. Okay, and the second bullet, the third line, and we put the RSC, should it be the Capital Region Service Commission? Because I know we say it above, the Capital Region Service Commission, it's the third line, Kelly, it's the RSC.
Page 31. it says the RSC board shall be responsible for appointing the members of this committee. We can easily,
So,
yeah,
as we're
we can easily
referring
change
to,
that.
okay, no, it's just for clarification, thank you.
You
Okay,
want the abbreviation, Judy? Just the CRSC?
DRSC, yes.
Okay.
Because we have the RSC now, but at the start of the sentence, we have the Capital Region Service Commission, and the
Right.
last line, Capital Region Service Commission. So I just think
Consistency.
consistency, yeah,
Consistent, yeah. Okay,
thank you, thanks.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, John.
I don't want to interrupt any of the members, but I just wanted to go back to Director Corey's point. I just wanted to make sure we had consensus on that, that everybody was good on the representing local government and the rural district perspectives and serving as a link between the commission and the communities in the region, and using the original language in there, bring the municipal, rural community and rural district perspectives to the RSC table. I think if Director Corey, I don't want to speak for you, but I think if we maybe change that to bring the municipal and the regional rural district perspectives to the RSC table, to the CRSC table, would that
Sure,
suffice?
sure.
Yeah,
It was just
I
the
just
word
make-
representing that could be misconstrued, is all.
yes.
okay, so I think we have consensus on that. Okay.
I just,
Judy?
one question for clarification, please, Mr. Chair. So that means that, they're still representing the municipalities and bringing forth their concerns, is that correct? We're not speaking like as a director and leaving out our municipality, are we? No,
No.
no.
Because it's sorry, Mr. Chair, if you're okay,
Of course, John, go ahead.
or if you would like to speak to that, go right ahead. I don't know.
No.
I must have had I had a shot of coffee before the meeting, so maybe I'm just a little too amped up. I don't know.
I'm working
No.
through a cold, so take it away.
Yeah, okay. So, within that, no, it would still be where you can bring that concern, you know, as you would, through you, Mr. Chair, Director Wilson Shea, when you bring up, you know, my community is concerned about, you know, X, Y, or Z, or whatever the issue is, when things, you still be bringing that voice forward.
For,
You know, but at the table, we're still here as the regional body. Yeah, so.
thank you.
Okay? Is
Yep.
there any
Thank
other
you.
points?
Mr. Chair, again, sorry, the coffee, I'm
Please.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Director Corey, you had two, were there
No,
two
I'm-
issues you had originally read? They're both
I'm good.
addressed?
Yep.
Okay.
I
Okay,
do have
And Mr. Chair, if none of the other directors have anything, Kelly has an issue she'd like to raise, and I have one that I would like to raise if it so pleases the chair and the members.
okay. Kelly, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to say that as part of the review of the bylaws, staff flagged no revisions for the planning review and adjustment committee bylaw, our PrAC bylaw. But I wanted to bring up the opportunity if anyone wanted to go through it, or if they want another meeting to go through it. As that is part of bylaw review. It's just
Okay.
staff did not flag any changes required at this time. The other thing is, it did come up throughout the year that our code of conduct bylaw, could be amended. Just, because of the instance we had before where, the golf tickets and some directors felt that, they shouldn't be taking those tickets. We just wanted to perhaps bring to your attention, amending the code of conduct bylaw to include modest hospitality items, if that's the committee's wishes at this
Okay.
time.
Is there any opinions on that?
I have my own rules, so mine are 0. So, but that's up to each individual. I do have a comment on the code of conduct when we get to the end, though.
Okay. Is there any other comments on that?
Yeah, that's reference to the golf at,
Yeah.
yeah. Cause I know first year they sent me tickets, but I never used them. And the second year I declined. But I didn't think that would, I didn't know, it's quite like a borderline, buyout or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but I thought that would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just to add wording, amend the code of conduct bylaw to make it more clear.
Yeah.
Might be a
Yeah.
good time.
If I was
Okay.
doing a round with Bob in Ormucto, it would be maybe a reasonable amount, but if the tickets were 500 each, that's.
No,
Right.
that's the difference.
exactly. And I probably could swing it if we both go for nothing, so.
I guess,
All right, so we have consensus on that?
sorry, Mr. Chair.
Oh, John?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you'd have consensus on that, but I was just gonna say, we can explore what that level would look like in a more modern context. We'll look at the different levels of various governments and organizations, private sector, and make it consistent as we're doing with the changes to the procedural bylaw, and just make it more consistent with modern day verbiage from around the just not the local area, but the province and the country as well.
Okay, thank you. John, you had some comments on the,
Just one second, Kelly,
Yeah.
you're done? Mr. Chair, through you to the members, one of the things that governance is responsible for is training. Training and information and things like that in terms of informing members. One of the requests that came up through resulting out of having Elections New Brunswick present to our Community Development Committee, and we cast the net widely on that, was a request to perhaps have a session on what is an RSC? What is it like when you get elected mayor and you become a director of the board of the RSC? What does that look like? What does that entail? What's your time commitment? What kind of committees could you potentially sit on? What's your, what is the work that you would be doing and responsible for undertaking? I've worked on a program with the RSC or with other RSCs, and it was developed by primarily through funding in consultation with myself, and it was floated through the board of CEOs last week, and we can customize everything. So we worked with the province and looked at where it was defined. What's everybody responsible for? What does our lane look like in terms of where do we fit with municipal and provincial? And so in that, we put together just a high level, it's a 20,000-foot bypass, if you will, of the RSC, and we'll talk about the various things, the types of committees we have in Capital Region, your time commitment, your monthly meeting, your special meetings. It'll talk about even, the additional transparency in the budget process with the addition of committee of the whole. It's just informing everyone so that they know what this looks like in relation to their mayoral duties when they become a director of the RSC. And we've done that, we put it together, and my colleagues around the province said, look, this is so generic that we could present it anywhere and in both official languages. And we'll have that available. The committee when we were talking about this through community development is trying to attract more members. They asked if we could organize from a staff level a presentation, that we could do a virtual presentation to anyone that was interested in running for mayor, council, to understand what that commitment would look like. And the way I would frame this is looking at it that we would have the chair and the vice chair of the commission, then myself, I'd present, and then we would ask the chairs of each of the committees to be present to answer questions so that they get a fulsome view of what that would look like. And I guess, Mr. Chair, I'm asking through you, I was hoping to do this, and it was the review of this bylaw that made us a little bit more aware that, just not from an administrative point, but from a policy point, should we come back and go through the committee on that? And just wondering, we were hoping to put this on probably, third or fourth week of March, so that when people are deciding, am I gonna run, what am I getting into, that they have a fulsome view on that. Anyway, I'm just wondering how, Mr. Chair, through you, how the committee would like to approach that process. It's like I say, I can distribute the information to the committee. I didn't bring it today because it was all based around customizing it to, right now it has all FRSC, which is the Funding Regional Service Commission in there. But we haven't had time. I just received it Thursday, Friday last week, and just haven't had time to populate it. But I guess, Mr. Chair, if the committee is good, we'll put something together. If the committee would like to see it before we put this out to the universe, I can certainly do that. I'm just kind of asking for guidance and direction on that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. How's the committee feel? Comments? Richard?
To phrase this correctly, I guess, I think a strong onboarding process for new members or for all members, in fact, and before, after the election is incredibly important, particularly before the people put their hand up and say, I want to be part of XY committee. Because at that point, you really don't know what your responsibility may be. So that part and I like people to have access to information in advance. I think that's a very good idea. Using the mayors that would be maybe reoffering would be seen as electioneering.
Okay,
That's just, as chair of finance, I'm sitting there with the chair of the board, and we're speaking to candidates that may be running in Harvey Rural Community or New Maryland. And we're not guaranteed those seats after that discussion. We understand that, but it appears that we are speaking still on behalf of the Regional Service Commission at that point. That's just a little question for me there.
okay. John, do you want to follow up on that, or?
Mr. Chair, thank you. Through you to Director Corey, the intent of the idea of the training was to have it early in the process, so that I was very cognizant of the same thing, Director Corey, of giving someone a platform. This was more meant to say, this is what we've been working on under in our finance committee, and this is how we've evolved in the region. This is what we've worked on in public safety, or whatever the committees may be, in terms of that, just to give them an overview of the type of work that they could be potentially undertaking, the type of work that we'd be looking at, the time commitment, those types of things. It wouldn't be to talk about what I as an individual did. It would be more to talk about, this is how we've been evolving up to this point. And once the new board comes into play, we'll be putting out an expression of interest for all those committees again. And it will be up to the chair and consultation with the vice chair and myself and Kelly to populate those committees and to hopefully find the right mix to continue that good work. So it wasn't anything to allow anyone to have a platform. It was just purely, what do you do at the RSC? What does that look like? What's my time commitment? And what's the expectation of me going in? It was just to give people an opportunity to say, oh, Director Morrison, on behalf, we understand you chair public safety. Well, what are you doing on public safety? What's been happening? And, Dave could give an overview of what has happened over the past few years and how that's been evolving and growing in terms of that. So, and more of the value add, if you will, to the region. So,
John, these discussions will be happening before the committee members are chosen, or that will make their choices?
Yeah, so, Mr. Chair, this is a presentation, just high level in terms of what do we do at the RSC? So you're someone that's considering running for mayor in a community in our region. When you get elected mayor and you become a member of you become a director of the board of the directors, as part of the board of directors of the Capital Region Service Commission, what is it that I'm expected to do there? What is it that we're expected to undertake? What is it that we would be doing? So what's my time commitment? What are the types of things I could be working on? How do I express my interest of, I'm interested in community development. Well, we have a community development committee and you can put that down and you signify by the areas of your interest in how we populate those committees. So it's not after the fact. This would be in March and it would be probably a one-time opportunity for anyone considering running for mayor or council, what that looks like in terms of this.
Okay, so before the election happens, you're talking about doing these.
All in the month of March. There'd be nothing after the end of March. Just so that we don't be seen as giving people a platform or individuals a platform. That's why we're at the last meeting, we were talking about, limiting the meetings after the annual general meeting and trying to keep that in check. There may be a reason for a meeting, but just certainly trying to be as fair to everybody as possible.
Okay, is there any other comments or questions?
So before the 23rd of March, at least, that's the formal period for candidate to file
Declaration.
their papers. After the 23rd, they will have filed.
We can do that, Mr. Chair,
Certainly.
through you to Director Corey. Yeah, Kelly and I were talking earlier today about getting the right date so that it's not after the fact, so that people have the information up front.
Right, the election's called on the 23rd of March.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll do it prior to the 23rd.
So we have consensus on this? Okay. I'll take that as a,
Mr. Chair, I just have, I think the onus should be on the person that's applying, like, want to be elected to go look for that. You know what I mean?
it'll just be provided by the commission, and if you
Well, yeah,
plan on running for an office, you would look for it.
Yeah, they should, on their own terms, if they're smart enough or realize, I mean, we didn't I don't know anything about the other mayors that were elected. I had no idea, so I just got elected and then boom. But I learned on the way after that, but the onus on hindsight, should have went ahead and said, okay, what's the scoop on this thing, right? So I think it should be on the onus of the person, not for us to drag them in and say, here, this is what you need to do. But that's just my opinion.
We're just
John,
offering,
follow up with that?
right?
Yes, we're just offering the opportunity to come in and ask some questions and
Yeah,
get some answers. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
but to offer instead of seeking, it's two different things to me, right? You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Richard, you had a comment? No? Dave? Dave, did you have a comment?
No.
Oh, I saw your finger go up there. Okay. I'm trying to keep eyes on everything. Okay, is there anything else?
I guess I'm seeking some direction as staff. Do you want to come back for another meeting? To look at the PrAC bylaw, code of conduct and go over a presentation for what John's referencing, or are we just gonna plow ahead with what we have today?
Suggestions committee?
Well, Mr. Chair,
Judy?
we do have people from PrAC that's represented here, right? But your community is.
Oh,
Yeah,
was.
but
She's resigned.
No, her planning services come from here, yes.
Yeah, so, but, so, I mean, I know we don't get the planning service from you people, so I trust staff has done an excellent job with it, they know what they're doing. And we also have people sitting around the table that get the services, so they would have looked at it, so I don't think it would be of value to have another meeting, myself personally,
Right?
that's just me talk.
Anybody else have comments?
I'm fine either way.
Dave, Richard, you're both fine?
Okay, yeah,
Good? Anything
Okay,
else?
I'll just bring forward as a governance committee report and the attached draft procedural bylaw P12 that'll go to the AGM on April 7th.
Okay. Is there anything else? That's it for the agenda items? Okay, well, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Dave Morrison.
Second it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great
Okay,
meeting.
great.
Thank you.